And the last thing we do in order to build a lab with Checkpoint, we install a device behind our firewall, basically in our internal network. I've selected a Windows machine I want to use to be behind my Checkpoint firewall. Okay, so what we want to do, we first have to put them in one subnet. In order to do that, okay, first let's go in Windows setting and move to network adapter. There's going to be only one adapter, and let's do a LAN segment. We're gonna do a private network and then click OK. So in standalone machine on our Checkpoint device, we're gonna do the same thing. It has two interfaces. The first one is bridged in order to connect from our host machine, and the second one is LAN segment as well. Private network right here. Okay, so we're gonna confirm. Okay, they are interconnected with the one subnet. So what we have to do now, we have to assign IP addresses on these interfaces on both machines. So first, let's do that on our standalone machine. We're gonna do set interface tab ETH1 IPv4 address, and then let's do it from subnet 172.16.10. Let's give it address .1 subnet mask. It's gonna be 255.255. Pretty straightforward, nothing special here. .0. Save config. And let's verify the interface. Show interface. Alright, perfect. So now we're gonna move to our Windows machine and assign an IP address from the same subnet. We're gonna go for Open Network Center, go for adapter setting, and go for our local adapter and change it to IPv4 address. We're gonna place static address 172.16.10. We can do 10. Same subnet mask, and default gateway is going to be our Checkpoint device, the address that we have just set up, 10.1. As for DNS server, yep, let's give it in order to connect to the internet. Alright, perfect. Let's try and ping our default gateway. Perfect, I'm able to ping it. Now let's go for our web portal just to verify all of our interfaces are working fine. As we can see, the link status is up. If something is showing down or not connected, just just go edit and just verify it's enabled. Okay, perfect. So now we go to the routing just to verify we have all routes. We have a default route, which is absolutely fine. This is what I want to use for everything to get out of this to go there as default, but I want to add something else. I want to go for a destination and place my network 172.16.10.0 subnet mask. This is basically my internal network 255.255.0, and the next hop is going to be our IP address Oh, no, sorry, not IP address is going to be our network interface, Ethernet 1. This is where it belongs. And then click OK, and then save it. So this way, the gateway knows that this destination is behind that interface, Ethernet 1. Alright, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna connect to our smart console. We're gonna update our topology for the management server so it knows about all of the interfaces and about the networks that are placed behind our interfaces. And we're gonna create a NAT rule so we can route traffic to the internet through our internal host. Perfect, we have connected to the smart console. What we need to do right now, we go to gateways and servers and click our main object. We click our gateway. We go here, double click it. Wait a little bit of time until it's being loaded. Usually when you open smart console, it takes a little bit of time to load it fully. Then go for network management and click it. And over here, our interfaces are not defined. We need to define it. In order to do it, we click Get Interfaces with Topology. Then click Yes. And here are our interfaces. It has been automatically defined that this is our external interface from where the traffic leaves. And this is my internal interface. I'm going to accept that. And it's gonna update the topology. Alright, I'm gonna click OK. I promise you that I will show you how to work with object categories. It might seem a bit overwhelming since there are a lot of objects, but the idea is the same. You create an object with which you want to work in a security policy. In our particular instance, it's going to be our Windows machine. So we're going to create here, we're going to go for a network object. We're going to go for networks. And we're going to create, actually not network, I want to create a host. I want to create a singular host. Network object. Let's go for, yep, you just click new and go for host. We name it Windows test. And we give it its actual IP address 172.16.10.10. Basically, that's the address. This is the address. Alright, so next to what we do, we go for we go for NAT, and I want to apply network address translation. I talk all about it, how it works in different scenarios in my full CCSA course. Go for add automatic translation and go for hide. We're gonna hide our address behind our gateway so it will be able to route the traffic. Then we click OK. Alright, we have created an object here. We want to verify it's being applied in a policy. And as we go in security policy and access control, we can see the source is any, destination is any, so our object is there in any category. It's being accepted and is being installed on our device. So right now it's all on our smart console. We want to first publish that on our management server, and then we want to install the policy. We want to push the policy to our gateway so it knows it has that rule to accept anything and to translate 172.16.10.10 to a routable address in order for the host to go to the internet. Alright, perfect. It has been published, and now let's install it. Once again, we haven't worked with threat prevention yet. It's only access control. The policy has been installed, and now we move to our Windows machine. We go to our Windows machine, as I already can see that I'm able to access the internet. Okay, let's try to ping that address. Yep, I'm able to ping it, and as a last step, we go to our Smart Console in login and monitoring, because we accepted login tracking. We go there. Takes a little bit of time to load it. I want to be a little bit faster, but anyway, so in the source we place our internal address 172. We can actually do not an IP address. We can source it by name. Just a little bit laggy. Alright, I will just go for an address 172.16.10.10, and destination is, yeah, it's a bit laggy because it has a lot of traffic going on, and destination is that address. Alright, there you go. The traffic is being accepted by Firewall Blade, and it's being added properly. Okay, this is kind of like one of the ways how you can start working and building your lab with Checkpoint. I hope it was informative for you, so leave your comments. It was a fun making this course. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it.